Put the action where they can see it. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and today I want to share an important observation about email communication within the Pentagon. And really, this is true about any major bureaucratic headquarters. And this observation is going to lead to a tactic that can make your communication much, much more effective. First, the observation. There is a heck of a lot of email just flying around. Just as some simple action officer working a piece of the portfolio for a general officer, it is easy to get inundated by tons and tons of emails. The number of communications that you get CC'd on is insane, and it just gets exponentially larger the higher you move in the hierarchy. I mean, some general officers actually have front office staff whose main task is just to figure out which emails require action and which ones can be safely ignored. In fact, most GOs never get around to reading all the BS that gets sent to them. And that means it can be really easy for your message to get lost in this maelstrom. And what's more, I cannot begin to communicate how valuable a short, clear message can be. To get a sense of what I'm talking about, take a look at this screenshot of a Microsoft Outlook preview pane. Notice how only the first 5 or 6 words of the message get shown in the preview. What that means is that if you have an important message that you want to communicate to your bosses or the higher-ups, and particularly a time-sensitive message, that you have to get the entirety of the message short enough that it appears in the preview pane. So all you really have to work with is that subject line and about 5 or 6 words. Now, some of you probably notice that if you're going to take this approach, your emails are going to seem kind of aggressive, maybe even demanding. But let me offer these 2 thoughts. First, when there really is something that's important and time sensitive, your bosses do not want to overlook it. So, helping spotlight the issue, oh, trust me, that's helpful. And second, there's nothing that says that you can't follow your brusque, straightforward introduction with text that's more consistent with military courtesy. And I know that at least some of you are thinking that what I'm talking about is the bottom line up front, bluff. And yeah, I guess I am, but you have to be careful about this. Don't waste valuable preview pane real estate typing out the word bluff. The person receiving this is going to understand that you're giving them the bottom line up front. Oh, and there is nothing more silly than a preview pane that only reads bottom line up front. Instead, I like words like action required, signature needed, potential GO engagement. In fact, the whole issue of when some other general officer might contact your GO out of the blue, well, that requires its own tactic. And if you're curious about how to do that, watch this video.